She slowly crawled out of bed, only for the other person to suddenly turn around, seemingly staring into her soul. The moment Xiaoyu turned on the light, the other person vanished like a magician. Suddenly, she remembered her brother, the little sickling curled up in the bathtub with a flashlight looking like a mini-adventurer. Xiaoyu breathed a sigh of relief. The next day, the school teacher came knocking, declaring Xiaoyu had to live with Mom, or else it was off to Child Protection Services talk about her forced transfer. In the end, Xiaoyu was taken away by the teacher. Xiaoyu reluctantly returned home to tidy up and discovered something odd under the doormat. She lifted the doormat and was shocked to find the name Diana, triggering a childhood flashback, as if her flashlight also had a memory. It turned out little Xiaoyu was also haunted by a woman named Diana, who loved to pop up in the dark like a prankster in a mask. Xiaoyu finally believed what her brother said, so she called her boyfriend Xiaoyan, planning to sneak into the attic while Mom was out to hunt for those hidden secrets. Mom being out of the house was a relief for Xiaoyu, and soon she reached the attic, discovering the phone line had been yanked out. Maybe she'd find some golden intel. A photo of Diana from Mom's youth hung on the wall. Xiaoyu then returned home and found a box Mom had hidden, about to embark on a little unexpected decryption. Supposedly, Mom met Diana at a mental hospital. They were each other's only friends. What a mind-blowing rumor. Subtitles: Diana had severe skin disease, couldn't be exposed to light, or her skin would wreck violently. Doctor's treatment made her vanish. A tragic cover-up. Meanwhile, Xiaoyan pulls the curtains aside and Diana appears behind him like a ghost. Xiaoyu entered her childhood room, hoping to find more clues, only for the door to lock mysteriously, and her necklace got yanked back out of nowhere. This was getting serious. Thankfully, Xiaoyan arrived just in time, allowing them to escape through the door. Just as they stepped out, Xiaoyu was picked up by Mom from school. What a plot twist! To make up for lost time with her son, Ren suggested taking Xiaoyu to a movie tonight and also introducing a new friend. This terrified him. Xiaoyu knew exactly who Mom's new friend was, but he couldn't call the shots. As night fell and Mom brought up Dad, his heart sank like a lead weight. He was too scared to follow her, and when Mom mentioned Dad's sudden disappearance, his mood plummeted like an autumn leaf. The family clearly had no idea Dad had left the chat. Just then, Ren switched off all the lights, creating a thrilling panic. Xiaoyu panicked, but Mom held him down, insisting Diana was just an old friend from way back. But Xiaoyu wasn't buying it. He shoved Mom aside and made a run for it, truly a little superhero. Xiaoyu flung the door open and dashed out, nervously informing his sister Xiaoyu, "Mom has lost it." To convince his sister, he excitedly exclaimed he had just seen Diana. But Xiaoyu had her memories flood back, making it impossible to dismiss this old. She shared the info she unearthed with him, obviously dreading reliving this historical disaster. Talk about the shadow. He just wanted to avoid this nightmare, wanting to escape the torture that restarted after Dad vanished. Mom was down in the dumps, refusing her meds, and just then, Diana popped by again. Seems like this had something to do with Mom after all. Just as she was about to speak, a rapid knocking echoed through. Xiaoyu hurried to open the door, only to find nothing but emptiness outside. To talk about an unbelievable subtitles, Xiaoyu was utterly terrified and swiftly turned on the light inside the closet door. Subsequently, the trio hurriedly rushed back to Mom's house, hoping to figure everything out. To their surprise, Mom eagerly confessed to Xiaoyu that Diana was indeed her old friend, but Xiaoyu was not so sure. Mom claimed that Diana had passed away years ago, so the woman around now could not possibly be her. Xiaoyu didn't buy Mom's words, feeling like she was in a daze, entirely puzzled by what she was witnessing. Little did she know, desperate for a safe night's sleep, Xiaoyu had to duct tape the light switch down. No other options left. That way, it wouldn't mysteriously shut off. Just in case, they even filled the house with candles, staging a mysterious candlelit dinner. Just before bed, Xiaoyu came to Mom's door and informed her she was sleeping on the couch, but Mom opened the door looking anxious, as if ready to spring into capture mode. Upon seeing the words on the note, Xiaoyu instantly realized Mom seemed to be sending an SOS. What a chilling help signal. She searched high and low but couldn't locate the meds Mom had hidden. What was supposed to be a safe night turned into a citywide blackout at midnight. Xiaoyu jolted awake, switching on her flashlight, trying to call for Xiaoyu, but he had dashed outside, leaving her to face the fight alone. She had no choice but to head to the basement to check the power, while her brother awoke from his nap, realizing his sister was missing and feeling uneasy. Subtitle: He screamed out Xiaoyu's name in terror, just as Diana quietly emerged behind him, appearing like an invisible monster. Luckily, Xiaoyu was sharp and quickly found his sister in the basement, but when they turned around, they found themselves cornered by Diana trapped in a time cage. Just then, Xiaoyu turned home, hearing Xiaoyu's cries from the basement, but mistook Diana for his sister's mom, causing his guard to drop completely. Xiaoyu bolted from the house in fright, but as he passed the dark doorway, Diana suddenly appeared and hoisted him up high. What a spectacular scare show! Realizing the flashlight was about to give out, the siblings hurried back to the basement fireplace. While upstairs, Mom began to realize something too. She mustered her courage to confront Diana, threatening, "Old lady, don't you dare harm my kid." Meanwhile, Xiaoyu was busy drawing lines on her hand, oblivious that her hand was already soaked in warm water. What a comical counterattack! Xiaoyu added paper to the fireplace, while Xiaoyu dug out her purple light, wondering if this little gadget could take down Diana with a magical monster-catching lamp. So Xiaoyu guarded the fireplace while Xiaoyu slowly patrolled with the purple light. To his shock, he found Diana's name plastered all over the walls. Goosebumps galore. There were even several mannequin dummies, looking like they were preparing for a ghost party, so spine-chilling. Luckily, Xiaoyu arrived just in time, using a combination of the purple light and flashlight to make Diana release her grip. What a final stand in the light! But at that moment, Mom had already passed out and couldn't help them. Thankfully, Xiaoyu returned just in time, bringing two cops as their saviors.